Hi, it's me again, and yeah, the BBC Skint. We all know the BBC Skint. They love to tell us that they're skint, don't they? They only get 3.7 billion-ish quid a year from licence fees, which is going up this year to over 4 billion when they get their rise put in. But they can't make that quite last. They still have a black hole in the finances of around 300 million quid a year. So they're absolutely skint. They're making cutbacks. They're cutting 1,000 hours of new programming this year. They're cutting back on local radio. They're cutting back on news production. They've changed BBC News completely because they're so skint. So what's this about then? BBC begins construction on Midlands HQ, the Tea Factory. Construction has started on BBC's new Birmingham headquarters, the Tea Factory. Situated in the Digbeth area of the city, the Tea Factory is a 100-year-old industrial building which has been unused for decades and will be transformed into a broadcasting centre. The BBC described the move as a significant catalyst in a master plan to regenerate Digbeth, allowing other developments to follow. Now, I'm no financial expert, I'm not, but I know when I'm having a tough month, what I tend to do is cut back. I quite fancy a new telly and a new soundbar at the minute. But I can't afford it right now because I have a black hole in my finances. But if my accounts, like my bank account, was run by the BBC, they'd say, no, don't just buy the new telly and the soundbar, buy a new flat to put it in as well. I thought you were skint. Where is this money coming from? You have got buildings all around the country, the local radio and the local news production buildings, full of staff and everything, that you're claiming you can't afford to keep going at the moment. But you can build that. Your headquarters in London, was it? It's just off Regent Street, right? Some of the most expensive land on the planet. Why not get rid of that? Why not get rid of that? Move to an industrial estate somewhere. And then you can afford things like this. But no. How are they getting away with this? Your money. 3.7 billion quid a year. And the black hole, the £300 million black hole in their finances is fake. They do it on purpose because if they had money left over at the end of the year, then people would say, well, you don't need all this money then, you can cut the licence fees. But if they spend huge, vast amounts of money on things like this that they don't need, then they can show a shortfall in the money that they get. And we need more money. This is unbelievable that they need this building. The BBC is also supporting the relocation of independent production companies, including Spun Gold TV, who will move out of London to a new Digbeth-based production office, bringing BBC daytime format Garden Rescue with them. So one of their suppliers, one of their production companies that supplies the BBC with Garden Rescue, never heard of it, they're also covering the cost of them moving to their Digbeth office. Obviously, I would imagine they're paying rent on the studios and stuff like that. It's not going to cover the costs, is it? Do you not have enough production facilities throughout the UK already? No, you need to build this as well. Okay, that's fine. Digbeth Location Studios, close to the Tea Factory, is also home to a purpose-built studio currently being constructed to play host to the BBC's food entertainment show, MasterChef, made by Shine TV, part of Banjay UK. So there's already a private production company there that produce stuff for the BBC. Why? I don't understand why the BBC need this production company. If you look at BBC Studios, they've been buying up loads of independent production companies. So I would not be surprised to find that Shine TV or Banjay TV is part of BBC Studios, which I will now just quickly look at. Hold on. No, I can't find anything interesting there. I'm afraid Shine was part of Endemol, bought by Endemol, and then Banjay bought that. And Banjay is a French company, apparently, which, interestingly, a French company also bought the old EastEnders set off the BBC for tens of millions and are leasing that back to the BBC, but I don't think it's the same French company. But the fact remains to the BBC, I thought you were skint. How are you affording these things? Tim Davie, BBC Director General, said, "This is a significant step, not just for the BBC, but for invigorating the wider creative industries in the Midlands. We are transforming the Tea Factory into a world-class, state-of-the-art production facility which will benefit the region for generations to come." Well, isn't that wonderful of you? Thank you for doing that, Tim Davie. I'll tell you what, why don't you chuck another tenner on the licence fee to cover that? What do you think about this? It just makes no sense to me. If you're skint, stop spending, right? What do I know? I'm not an accountant. Let me know your thoughts on it down in the comments below. As always, thanks for watching, and hit all the buttons while you're down there leaving your comment. And if you do that, hopefully I'll see you in another video again soon, won't I? Ta-da.